This is our 2017 Winnebago View 24V, and it's for sale. I thought I'd make you a quick video, shaky though it is, to give you some insights as to what the unit has to offer. I built a slide out in the first bay, so you could put heavy things like case of water, ice maker, things like that on there. That's in the bay with the Xantrex 1000 watt inverter. Then right next to it is the Onan Cummins 3600 LP generator. Does a great job. You can run everything in the coach with that. The next bay over is the wet bay, or I call the wet bay. That's where I put anything like wet swimsuits, wet towels, things like that, any extra fluids I might be carrying. Above that is this huge storage space, and this is where I keep the chairs and the walking canes, poles, and things like that in there. On the ladder in the back going up to the fiberglass roof, of course, there's the camera. I put a light up there so that whenever you put it in reverse, not only does the camera come on, but that lights up the entire behind the RV. It's a nice thing to have. These outriggers I designed and put on myself. They're two extra 2-inch receiver hitches with those L brackets in it, and they're mounted to the trailer, to the tow bar itself. And when you put a cargo carrier or scooter, whatever, across there, it doesn't move. It doesn't twist or swivel. In the first bay is your shore power and water hookups, city water hookups. The cord's hanging out because I had it plugged in and I just unplugged it. Everything's in one place. The next bay over is not a bay on most Winnebagos. I saw somebody had said it had hinges, so I opened it, took the screws out, and I made it into the storage place for my black water flush hose and my sewer hose in the little fence post down there. Very convenient. Just keeps you from having to put it in another bay. This is your one of your tanks, your holding tanks bay. You'll notice it has tank heaters on it. It's also where you fill up your propane. If you're going on a trip, that's where you fill it up. The next bay over is one of the other biggest bays on there. I store my satellite dish receiver and stuff in there, antenna. It's also where the slide controllers are. Get quite a bit of stuff in that bay. Of course, this unit does have slide toppers on the one slide that it does have that houses the sleeper sofa or the recliners like I have. Of course, it is on the Mercedes chassis, and it just drives beautifully. It does have 2 electric steps that come out. You can turn them off so they'll stay out, so they don't go in and out the whole time you're coming and going. If you do put it in drive or start the engine and put it in gear, it's going to go back in automatically in case you forget. There you have your awning out and your awning light and awning in. Your all coach batteries, you can turn them off. The red switch locks the steps out so they don't come in and out all the time. And there goes the awning, just so you'll get an idea. It's a nice big awning, and I'm telling you, down here in the South, if you hadn't figured out that's where I'm from, you need that awning. Nothing like shade. And that big storage space holds a nice size fan. Those really nice muggy days. There's the lights under the awning. My camera is before the cameras that were self-stabilizing, and of course I'm not very stable either. Inside you'll see where I replaced the couch with 2 recliners, and I'm going to show you a little bit of something over here. There's the coach radio. There's my monitor. It is got a hardwired surge guard protector on it, but I still like to see where my power is. A lot of the lighting for inside the coach is right there, so you can turn it on when you come in and go out. There is a powered skylight. Don't use that too much. It just seems to be a bug trap to me. It's nice to know when the sun comes up, though, and then close the shade that's on it. There's a grab bar on the outside and a grab bar on the inside, and there's a grab bar on the screen door. So plenty of grab bars to get in and out. You have a double stainless steel sink. It's really nice. Even as a paper towel holder. Convection microwave. Nice TV. There is storage behind the television for your electronics. There is the double recliners. They're wall-away recliners. And the slide is in. Those are, just so you can see that it's fully functional going down the road. The recliners will fully recline while it's going down the road. And they do have seat belts. I put this little pocket holder on the ladder. It's hanging on the ladder, and it's good for shoes and flashlights and anything you just want to stick there that you might want to grab when you go out the door. We use it a lot for shoes. Up front, of course, wonderful navigation system. It's huge. I love it. Even my old self can see it. Very comfortable seats. WeatherTech floor mats, custom made for that Sprinter 3500. My custom made arm rest for the Remy blinds, because it is plastic. It's kind of hard, so you just stick that on there. It feels great. It just pops right off whenever you want to close the blinds. The Remy blinds are wonderful. You just slide them closed. They go all the way around the cab, and just effortless as far as putting them up and closing them. I have replaced a mirror in this unit, so you have a mirror to see backwards, because they don't come with one. I put a big one so you can see everything. We've got daytime shades and blackout shades for at night. I also have a weather station in there. There's a air conditioner heater control. It's just like at home. There's a light. And there's the air conditioner, 15,000 BTU, and also a heat pump. There's a look down the hallway from the kitchen back to the sleeping area. The V does have the twin beds. There's the stove, double burner stove top that I don't think we have ever used. The two little hooks that I have up there are command hooks. They'll come off very easily, but we have our Keurig stays there with the little bungee around it. Stays put the whole time. We've never lost it yet. It's a good thing. That is a Norcold 3-way refrigerator. It will run down the highway. It works off your batteries. If you're parked and plugged in, it runs off AC. If you're dry camping, it will switch over and run off of your propane tank. Up here is the control center. There's my charge controller from a 100-watt solar panel on top of the unit. All you have to do is back out in the sun, and you're working. Does a great job. That's the one place monitor that tells me what my tank levels are, what my battery levels are. I turn the water pump on from there. I can turn the the electric heat or propane heat for the water heater. It is a 6-gallon water heater, but we have never run out of hot water. On the other side is my remote for the Xantrex 1000 watt inverter. It has a slide control button up above it. There's also a button that turns on your heating elements in your tanks, and an emergency shut off for the propane. Those three are all together right there. That's the HWH hydraulic lifts that are levelized the coach. That is the best thing I think they've ever made. Another shot of the control panel. It's really nice to be able to work that from inside the coach instead of outside. That's my favorite picture with 15 miles to the gallon. Usually it runs between 13 and 15, and that's towing my trailer. There's a little fan, works off of temperatures it's in the bathroom and sucks air through the bathroom. There's a little custom shelf that I built that stays with the unit. Another view down the little hallway. And what I like about the hallway is you can get to all the cabinets in the back, and there is a ton of interior storage back there in the back. You may not like our taste in bedspread, so I'll show you what it looks like without them. There's those recliners and the little tables. There is a table that goes there and up between the two driver's seats, but we prefer these little tables here because they are so convenient, and they slide around when you're not using them. You just move them out of the way instead of having to move that big table. There's the clothes closet. It's in the hallway going back towards the beds. And then underneath that is a small pantry area with slide-out drawers. And the one shelf above it. Looks like I better stock up. There's that refrigerator, the freezer part. That ice has been in there since last trip. There's some of the drawers, full slides, of course. A lot of stuff in there. Holds a bunch of stuff. And again, there's the video portion of the shelf I made to go under the sink. We keep our frying pans and things like that under there. And the full RV water filter there. There's a little room, perfect little place for that. Now we're going to go back here in the back. Oh, no, we're going in the bathroom first. Okay. There is the shower. It has a self-cleaning shower door that retracts up in there. Foot flush toilet. There's another shelf I made for that odd-shaped little cabinet underneath the sink, which is also stainless steel. 2 medicine cabinets, his and hers. That's really nice. There's a picture of my pretty face. That's kind of scary. That's the curtain that shuts off the bedroom. There's the cabinets back in the bedroom, and there it is nothing but space. They did a great job. I mean, they utilized every inch of space except that outside bay, and I did that. See, it just goes on and on. And the last row, I think I'm going to open these. We keep our towels and linens and things like that because there's plenty of room elsewhere for all the other stuff. There's the television there. You see it popping up in the back, and it's 12 volt. Emergency exits. There's little AC plugs on both sides that do work off the inverter. There's the big old briefcase full of manuals. It is a Froley sleep system in this one. It does have the little things. I forgot to pick up the mattress and show you, but that's his and hers drawers, which we really like. That slides out, and another pillow goes in there, and that makes one big gigantic bed back there. I will tell you, it's hard to make. There's one of the seats turned around. They both turn around and have cushions to make them the same level so your knees aren't up in your face. There's the overhead bunk. We use that 99.9% of the time for storage. We put a little Tupperware things up there, and we keep the breads and anything food-wise. It does have a soft touch ceiling. I think that's nice. It really keeps the noise down inside. It rides quiet down the road, except for the normal RV rattles, and I don't care what you're driving, you're going to rattle. Whew. That wall is solid. I challenge you to push on a wall like that in another RV. That wall is solid. There it is in its little parking place with the doors open. And yes, that is carpet in there with my scooter on the back. You can wiggle that scooter and it will not budge. There's a better picture of the overhead bunk. There we are at the Buffalo, living large. There's a picture of the couch, and it looks just like that. I still have it. It's at the furniture store, and it's wrapped up and stored. There we are. I don't have a clue where we are in that picture, but come check out our RV. I've got it listed on RV Trader, and there's the number of the ad that it is, or you can email me at that address. Thank you for looking.